What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today. And I am finally done with my tour. I'm shooting my special tonight and tomorrow. Minneapolis. I am in your city. Tonight and tomorrow, Minneapolis, I am in your city shooting my special. I love you so much. Thank you so much to everyone that came out to see me. If there are some tickets left, go to andrewsantino.com. Please come out and see me shoot the special in Minneapolis, Minnesota, tonight and tomorrow. andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
How do I look right now? Do I look 6 months pregnant?
And don't say anything perverted. Are you 6 months pregnant?
No.
Whoa.
No, are you
I would
fucking-
love that
I'm
so
done.
much. You're never going to do it again?
No, I'm done.
All right, let's talk about it.
That shit
Is
is
she good?
crazy.
Yep.
Be honest. If she looks like shit, say it.
Yeah, say it.
No, last time I saw her, she was pregnant, but now she's not. So she doesn't look pregnant.
Did you
So I
meet
look
this guy?
way better.
Yeah, at the comedy cellar.
Hey, Joe,
Remember
I
I took those
Oh,
pictures?
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
love those pictures. Somebody was being
that's
real
right.
shitty about those pictures on Reddit.
Really?
Well, actually, they weren't being shitty. They just said I looked different, but I knew what the fuck they meant.
What did that mean?
They were like, she looks really different pregnant. I was like, just say fat.
You didn't get fat
Yeah, I did.
when you were pregnant?
Yeah. I gained 70 pounds.
I saw you. You didn't look. I mean, look. You look very
Buddy.
thin
Buddy.
now.
It wasn't a pretty picture. Some women are gorgeous pregnant. I was not.
Can I
one of
say
them.
it?
Yeah.
You were hideous.
Yeah.
I was.
It was bad.
I grossed me out.
yeah.
I
was
actually
sort of
called
like,
Andy and I was like, "Do you need to come stay at my place for a while?"
And he was like, no, she refuses to fuck me anyway.
He's like, "This is just what it is."
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on the state. Guest running meeting once again today. It's Rosebud Baker.
Oh, I liked that.
Bum 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 bum.
I got the prescription drug
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that was the Micro Machines guy.
Yeah.
Rosie, one of my oldest friends in comedy, someone who moved to New York to start a wonderful, beautiful, great life and a successful career, and it's literally all worked out.
Yeah.
It really has.
For now.
The business got better for you. You had a fucking baby.
Mm-hmm.
Your baby now vapes. You told me before the show, which is kind of nice.
Yeah. She's a full-time vapor. She's
What's her
fully-
favorite flavor? Do you think?
I would say she likes, the ones for kids.
Right,
You
so
know,
all of them?
strawberry,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mint?
Let me turn this fucking shit off. Yeah, she's into strawberry, banana, children's Motrin. That's a flavor she's into.
Good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah. Infants Tylenol.
We do have to get you off of it.
Yeah, I know. It's really bad. You know what it is I had the baby and I immediately was like, I need something that is just mine. And I need like a vice. I don't drink.
Right.
So it's not like I quit drinking and then got to go back to drinking.
Right.
All I had was my vape.
And you never smoked though.
No, I smoked. You mean cigarettes?
No, like weed.
Yeah, I smoked weed.
You did?
I
but
did
not
everything.
anymore.
Yeah, I had to get sober.
Oh, I thought it was just boozy.
No, it was whatever.
Because those pictures I
It was
have
sort
on
of
my
whatever
phone.
was around.
Yeah, whoever had anything.
Yeah.
But the cigarettes though, no cigarettes.
Yeah.
Still?
I still don't smoke cigarettes.
You don't sneak them or anything.
No, I'm not into them anymore. I'm into I like the vape.
You
Even
like
though
the
it's
chemicals.
a fucking a loser thing to do, I really like it.
It's not loser. I just think for me,
It is a loser thing to do as a mother. For sure.
you think when you're with the kid. When you're not with the kid, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't do it when I'm with her.
Well, then it's fine.
I just do the nicotine gum constantly though.
Yeah. Well, I'm not one to talk. I mean, I do the pouches and all this. I mean, look, I like it too.
You Zyn?
I'll take anything.
Yeah?
I'll take what we have. I'm like you with drugs.
Yeah.
I just will take whatever is available, what we can buy, whatever city I go to, if that's whatever they have.
Yeah.
It's not great. I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. It's
I feel like I'm suffering in a pretty
well,
big way.
it's stupid. It's pretty dumb. It's dumb, and also I
Yeah.
feel dumb doing it, but I like it a lot, and I really, really love it in the morning.
I think it's fine if you have a thing that you enjoy and it's not ruining your life.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine for now. My point is we don't know. That's the
You know,
best.
if it's heroin or fentanyl or something, you know, that's harder to dabble in.
I don't know. You could be a fent. You could be somebody who like touches fent every once in a while.
You think so?
I think it's changing. I think
Have
times
you
are changing.
have you had fentanyl?
No,
Yeah, it's not. It's fucking
it's rad.
yeah. It's fucking awesome.
It'll change your life, dude.
It'll change. I think about it literally as often as I think about my daughter.
really.
And I've had it once.
And it was that good.
Fucking unreal.
Did you nod off?
I mean, because it was IVF. I got it
Oh,
during
yeah.
the IVF thing.
Oh yeah.
And I remember going in and being like, "Listen, I'm an addict and I'm an alcoholic, so like even if I ask for fentanyl, just don't give it to me." And then right before the procedure, I was like, "You know what? I think I should get the fentanyl. I'm a little nervous. We should get the fentanyl." And they were like, "Okay." And it was like the second Andy was out of the room, I asked for fentanyl and woke up and was like, "Can I get some more?
Yeah.
I need some more."
I'm getting another IVF.
It was yeah. I was like, "Let's do
They're
another
like, we
round."
just did it. They're like, we're gonna go back to back. I feel like back to back is how they work the best.
Yeah, that's probably safest. You
Yeah.
know. So I really
So you have a fent baby.
no
Fenty
because
baby.
I ended up because we did IVF
That's
and then I
right.
fucking
Right. That's
yeah.
right.
I think the drugs were still kind of coursing through my system. though.
Perils of trying to be. All you want is to become a parent, and all you saw is people who didn't deserve to be parents having
Oh
babies.
my God, yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Just fucking disgusting people. Just sitting on a park bench and standing up pregnant.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Fuck that
Why?
person. who's
Yeah.
got it. Wow.
Oh God, it would drive me crazy. It
I
would drive
know.
me crazy.
We talked about it. It's one of those things where you see it and you go, "Well, there's not a God," and that's okay. It's kind of like fine, I guess.
I mean, if there is, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucker.
You know?
Yeah,
He's got a fucked up sense of humor. I'll give him that.
yeah. Like I just did a call for the will of living will with my wife. Like, when you die, who gets your money? We did this fucking game.
That's
and
fun.
It's so gross. It's so gross.
You guys should do that like right before you go to bed at night.
We did. Yeah. We do it in the morning. We do it every day, actually. That's how we start the day. But the woman on the phone, the lawyer is like, it just sounds so dismal and it's gross. And it's like, and if they die, then what? And you're like, well, dude, I hope they don't. Okay, I don't know. And then my cousin, then it's like, and if he dies tragically, you're like, Jesus, dude, give it away. Throw it, burn it, light it on
It's like
fire.
the world's worst game of Jeopardy.
Yeah. Show me destruction.
Yeah.
No, but but one of the points was I wanted whatever money it didn't go to like my mom or my sister or my dad or whatever
Right.
to go to Children's Hospital. And the lawyer was like, "Oh, that's really cool." I was like, "Yeah, I think that's where it should go
Why
because
is this? I'm sorry.
I'm doing that. I sent you a text in my mind." No, but I was like, because kids getting sick is not real. to
Yeah.
me. It's like that's the fucking grossest shit.
yeah.
Going back to what we just said, I was like, if that's fucking
That's really sweet though. I think you know, it's you're an asshole, but
Thank
I
you.
think deep down you're a real sweetie pie.
some of it is. I just think kids with cancer is fucking bullshit. I think
It
adults
is.
with cancer don't care.
Yeah.
You're fucking. Who cares?
I mean,
You got a shot.
if you don't have cancer, you're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
You know?
Get cancer, nerd.
Everybody's got it.
Fucking nerd.
Or they're on their way.
right.
Right?
It's happening.
It's sort of the natural progression of life at this point.
Right.
To
Don't-
just
and
sort
you know
of pick
what?
up a cancer along
That's
the way.
why we do what we do with substances, because I don't want to get in cancer's way of growing and continue
Yeah, no,
to
I don't
grow.
want to stand in the way of any cancer.
No.
I want cancer to live to its fullest, highest potential.
Cancer begins at inception. Ingestion. Sorry, cancer begins at ingestion. Cancer begins at ingestion, and I'm going to keep it that way. I'm going to let it
Yeah.
grow inside of me.
Yeah.
No, but so I said to the woman, she said something she was like, "Oh, unfortunately, like we've had to spend some time there, and so it's a great place." And my heart broke for her. But I think a lot of that stems from the fact that we didn't have kids. We couldn't have kids, so I was like, "Well, dude, people that do have kids and they get sick, fucking give them all my money. Give them
Yeah.
all of my money,
Right,
all the money."
right.
But again, I do want to make clear,
That's
if you're an
actually
adult and
great.
you get cancer, fuck you.
For sure.
Yeah, fuck you.
For sure.
Get
and,
outta
and
here.
if you don't get it, also fuck
Loser,
you.
fuck you. Yeah, so we decided to give it all to Children's Hospital.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
Why the fuck not?
That's actually, I might just copy that.
And what are you gonna do with the idea also that you're supposed to like have some sort of control over whatever you left over when you're dead? It's like, who the fuck cares?
I know. I feel kind of like it's just sort of, I would love in some really dark lizard part of my brain to just kind of watch from the heavens as my family fights over my money.
Oh, that's sexy.
That's kind of a fun.
Yeah, that is.
You know what I
fun.
mean?
Yeah, but your
I mean,
daughter's
why
gonna
not
get
play
it.
God if you're up there?
Right. But your daughter's gonna get all your money.
Yeah.
And then in the event that she marries a fucking loser that you hate, you can control that too.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for myself. I really do, you know?
No,
Because
she's
I
good.
have a feeling she's going to out-earn whoever she ends up with, just sort of like the way that the society's going.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like it's kind of going to end up being that women are the breadwinners.
Yep.
And I just...
Fingers crossed. I'm fucking praying.
Yeah, you guys deserve a couple years on the couch. You know what I mean?
Thank
You've
you.
done a lot.
Honestly, thank you.
Yeah. No.
Well, look, I mean, you know, or
Or we won't vote anymore.
Right. That's what I was kind of hoping.
sort of
for.
the other
Yeah. Or we go
option.
back to the way it was when it was fucking legit, when you guys couldn't say shit, dude.
I was like seeing this shit that like right before Biden left, he put like a women's suffrage monument in Washington.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, or like signed off on it.
Sure.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, that's gonna be fun to go look at when we're like, we didn't have a lot, but we could vote. You know what I mean? It's gonna be nice to remember those days.
What is it a picture? It's just a statue of a woman voting?
I actually don't know.
Look it up. Look up the suffrage.
I
By the way, you know what it
He
is.
may have just signed off on
I
plans.
was just going to say, he signed something to exist that will never happen.
Exactly.
It just made him look good for the moment.
Yeah.
Someone's like, what do you think about this? He's like, is it ever going to get built? They're like, no. He's like, nah, fuck it. yeah."
Fine.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude.
mean? It's funny. It's like Biden did do a lot of shit, but it was so unsexy, you
Yeah.
know? So then at the end, he tried to get a little like show pony-ish. It just doesn't work for
Can't
him.
do that, dude.
Yeah.
Don't try to be, you can't try to be the other side of it. It's
Did you
just,
hear? He said that he regretted that he didn't sign those checks, like with his name, like Trump did.
Really?
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
like, I should have signed the check, which is so fucking sad. It just made
it's
me
really sad.
man.
Yeah, it's
I
really
was like,
sad. But what else does he have left? You know what I mean? He does feel, he knows it's over.
yeah.
Both life and your political
Yeah.
term. It's like you're done. So, yeah, dude, that's dark.
Yeah.
What does he do now?
He's the only person I think in America who's free.
He's yeah, it's him.
He just gets to walk into the woods and
Like an
die.
animal when they go to die.
Yeah.
Just by himself quietly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm truly envious.
Yeah,
in
he's
a
gonna
way.
get to do it.
He
He's
just-
gonna get to do it.
It's gonna be like walking off the end of the baseball field and fucking
Field of Dreams.
yeah, he
Into the
just-
corn.
He just sort of disappears.
To watch Biden just disappear into the corn is so fucking funny.
That's really what it felt like.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, I was like, it's kind of funny because it feels like America just like broke up with a nice guy. That's what
Yeah.
it feels like.
Well,
to
they want to
break
fuck
up
the
with a
rad
nice
dude.
guy. Yeah.
The guy. They want to fuck the guy who's got a bike. Dude.
Yes.
You
I was
wanna get
reading.
on, dude?
I was reading a fucking headline. I took a picture of it on the way here. This is fucking the way that the New York Times is writing about Trump is they're fucking horned up. They're horned up. They're
Well,
like
they got material coming.
they wrote Trump asserts a muscular vision of presidential power. I'm like a
Dude.
muscular vision, just
like
a
porn.
rock hard, veiny vision of presidential power. It's crazy to me. I was like, they're fucking stoked.
He'll stroke to that.
Oh yeah,
The hill stroke to that for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah,
Wow, that does sound celebratory.
yeah.
That's really unlike them.
I don't think so. I think I mean, it's not like they ever wrote about Biden in a way that was like, yeah, he's really muscular. You
Yeah,
know?
they never
like,
know.
no one
You're
ever-
right.
they-
Yeah.
I know that the whole like thing is, oh, Trump fucking hates the media and the media hates Trump. But if you watch them, they're really fucking creaming themselves.
Yeah, well, because they're getting something now.
Yeah.
This is look,
They were sober for like 4
yeah.
years.
They had
Now
to they had to
they're-
dry out. Now they're like, we got to go back.
They're just fucking shooting meth.
They're like, I got to get fucked up
Yeah.
again, dude. He is so polarizing that for the next 4 years they're gonna get so much fucking more material. And I do know that they know this is all money, baby.
Yeah.
They're getting fucking papered up. The more shit that they can print, the more bullshit they can run with and make new stories out of.
Yeah.
It's money.
No, they're fucking stoked. And I get it. I mean, I kind of like, even in that first week, I was kind of like, this is kind of exciting again. You know, it's like when Trump left, it was like watching the shitty, it's like the writers quit or something. You know what I mean? And now it's like, oh, we're back. Like it's a
Yeah.
fucking story now.
It
Everything's
is
a
going to
story.
be a big deal.
Even the things that are not a story are going to be a story.
Of course, well, that I would argue it's more that than the other. It would
Yes.
be everything that like isn't really that real or big will be inflated because you can now.
Yeah.
And everyone will get excited about it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, do you think they are? I sort of get like, I think people are either like stoked, maybe like this week they're excited, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Overall, I kind of feel like maybe people are bored with the whole thing.
I think the country, I think even the people that voted for Trump don't care. I don't think anybody cares anymore.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just bummed the fuck out that the world is like confusing and sad and upside down and everyone's like,
Right.
I don't know, man, fuck it. Like, I think there's a false,
It's definitely one or the other.
I think there's a fake narrative online that like people are very excited. And I don't think that's true. I think America's just trying to figure itself out. They're like, what's going on? What are we,
Yeah.
what are we doing? How are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time was more like, whoa.
Yeah.
And now everyone's just like, whatever, man. I don't fucking.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, we traveled the whole time, and we saw. It was funny going from Grand Rapids to Detroit, and it was wild to watch. Of like this neighborhood was like all Trump flagged, and this one was all Kamala, and then back to Trump. It was so weird to
Yeah.
watch. You physically were like, oh, it's so all over the place. I think, like anything, you win the championship and they say you celebrate for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when it's over, you're like, oh, whatever.
Okay.
I guess that's.
Do you
I
guys
guess that's
talk?
it.
You don't talk at all about. I'm wondering because I shot the special and went back to work and I haven't been on the road since.
Yeah.
So I don't have any sense of like what the vibe is out there.
I don't do a lot of political bullshit. I mean, I take a couple of fun jabs just for fun.
Yeah, you'll make like commentary.
Yeah,
about
but it's for me. It's more like
it's more in a personal lens. I
yes,
feel
it's me
like.
just fucking talking shit about how dark it all is.
Yeah.
But we don't. No, not really. Like I just don't care to like make that my angle all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't fucking. I know it sounds gross, but I really don't give a shit.
Well,
It's hard
we
for me to
think
fucking
that it
care.
affects us in like a major way, but like the truth is that most politicians, including Trump, don't really get shit done ever.
Nobody does.
So yes, it affects people, and and if
Yeah,
he
it
does
does.
the shit that he says he's going to do with like tariffs, I think we're going to be sucking dick for money. But
Thank God. Back to
I-
the way I wanted it. It's back to the good. Back to the way we wanted it.
yes, just topping off for lotto tickets.
Well, I am excited. I am excited for my city to stop burning. I will say that. So hopefully that'll change because
Yeah.
we got a little bit of rain. So now I am. That's my political asylum. Is
What
will
was
the
that
city
like? Were you fucking podcasting while
while it
this
was on
shit
fire?
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually we moved to another studio closer to the fires on purpose during the fire, hoping we would get caught on fire and die, because the numbers would be fucking amazing. Like if we caught on fire while we were potting, and we wouldn't have stopped. For the fans, we would have never stopped. The studio's on
I
fire.
love the Michael Scott take to camera.
We would have never stopped. We would have potted for you, baby. It was dark. It was fucked up. And then I think it decimated the town in a way that's, I don't know. We'll see what happened. That's why I feel like everyone in LA feels melancholy like I am right now,
Yeah.
because
It's rough.
it's super sad.
I mean, COVID, two strikes.
Strikes, and then this.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody doesn't like us anymore.
It's gonna be rough to bounce back.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
We got to move, but where are we going to move?
New
Can
York.
I live with you?
Come to New York. I've been telling you to move
I know,
to New
but
York
can
for
I
so
live with
fucking
you
long.
and Andy is what I'm saying.
Sure.
Are you being serious? Because I'll do it.
You should do it, but only to see how quickly you get the fuck out of our house. Because you're going to be there for about 24 hours.
And
And you're
then-
going to go, I got to get the fuck
I
out.
got to leave. This is not
Yeah.
comfortable, and I should
Yeah.
leave.
You're going to be like, these two people talk so much shit. It's too toxic for me to live here.
Knowing you both for so long is so funny because you're perfect. You're perfect for each other. But it's how sometimes like you're like I wouldn't have seen that coming. But how didn't I see that coming?
That's how I felt when I met him.
You're perfect for each other.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yeah. This
handsome and evil.
This makes sense. And also, it's like I never would have like pursued him. I didn't like see
He
him like
pursued
that.
you.
Yeah.
He tells a different story.
That's fucking, he's out of his mind. What is the story he tells?
That
I'm
you
very-
harassed him a little bit.
Harassed him.
That's what he says. Harassed.
That's-
I said it's
That's, I think, the way that I flirt.
harassment. Yeah, I told
A
him it's
little bit.
courting for you.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't know, it's a little abusive that you were
Yes.
mean to him.
Yeah.
But mean, I said, well, that's Rosie being mean is she likes you.
Yeah.
And he was like, but it was verbal, it was physical, it was mental, it
Well,
was...
you know, we got to test your strength a little bit.
She said, he said the first time you guys hooked up, you kept yelling, don't be a bitch about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't come unless I say that. So,
Don't be a,
you know,
don't be a bitch about this, you fucking
if
pussy.
you're going to finish, I'm going to finish, you know?
In here, we pour whiskey, whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. Man, I've talked about it so very much on this show. I think I've talked about it probably ad nauseum. You've heard me say it so much, but it's worth knowing. Squarespace is incredible. I don't know if you've ever created your own site or done any of that grunt work of trying to make a beautiful template or website, but Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. The design intelligence is incredible from Squarespace. They combine 2 decades of industry-leading design experience with cutting-edge AI technology. You can unlock your strongest creative potential. Whether you're selling stuff, you're a trainer, you're an artist, and you're trying to get money for your product, Squarespace Payments is the easiest way to manage payments in one place with Squarespace. Onboarding is fast and simple, and they also have methods like Klarna, ACH, Direct Debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and ClearPay in the UK. You can start getting those payments right away. Connect all your social media and multimedia accounts in one spot. You can build visitor trust while updating content only where you need it, extending your brand's footprint. Squarespace is so wonderful. You must give it a try if you are looking to build a site and shine. Head over to squarespace.com for a free trial when you're ready to launch. Squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace.com. Check it out. When you're ready, squarespace.com/whiskey. Save yourself 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hey, I'm here to tell you about KICKOFF. KICKOFF is here to build credit. All right? It's incredible, by the way. Everybody needs credit, unfortunately. We're stuck in a time when you got to have it. And how KICKOFF works, you get KICKOFF Basic, KICKOFF Premium. The Basic is the most popular plan. It's just $5 a month. KICKOFF Premium is $20 a month, but it's more powerful, feature-packed plan. They give you a credit line for credit building, and it reports it to the 3 major credit bureaus. KICKOFF helps you quickly improve the key factors that determine your credit. I never knew this, by the way. The factor 1 is your new account immediately diversifies your credit mix. That's a big deal. Number 2, each on-time monthly KICKOFF payment builds payment history. Importante. And factor 3, because your monthly payments are so small, your credit utilization, the amount of credit you're using, gets healthier fast. So that helps a lot. Look, I had a lot of trouble in my 20s. I was having a lot of fun and using credit cards and getting myself in a little bit of dumb debt when I was moving out to California. And, you know, now that you're older, you want to try to buy a house, or, you know, you want to fix your credit, or, you know, get a car or whatever it may be, and you're behind and you need a little bit of help. You got to try KICKOFF, no matter how fast time seems to be flying by. It's never too late to make progress. You got to use it. They're the #1 credit building app in the App Store, and plans start at just $5 a month. No credit check, no hidden fees, and no interest whatsoever. So you got to give KICKOFF a try. Building credit can happen faster than you expect with KICKOFF. Don't wait. Get your first month for just $1 at getkickoff.com/whiskey. That's KICKOFF without the C. Get 80% off at getkickoff.com/whiskey. Must sign up via getkickoff.com/whiskey to activate offer. Offer applies to new customers first month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions may apply. Point stat based on Equifax Vantage Score 3.0 changes for KICKOFF users starting under 600 who made their first on-time payment between January 2021 and March 2024. Payment and credit activity outside of KICKOFF and an impact on your credit. Individual results may vary.
Ginger. I like gingers.
By the way, I saw a clip this morning that makes me laugh. I saw a clip this morning on Instagram or something of a girl. She had like just gotten over crying, and she's like, "Do you know how fucked up it is that I just bought a plan B. I just paid for a plan B this morning, and I didn't even fucking come last night." I was like, that's so good. I was like, that is so fucking funny.
That's the only reason I can think of going on social media to cry.
She was bawling.
That
you
was
could tell she
perfect.
It was awesome.
That's
when people
perfect.
record themselves crying, you know, they had to like set it up and then
Yes.
continue. But like for her, you could tell she was so annoyed and pissed off.
I didn't even
Come
come.
like the guy she fucked, she hated his guts. You know, she was like, this was like that. There was a loser's friend who was a bigger loser than the guy I was gonna fuck.
Yes.
But he didn't like me, so I fucked this loser.
Oh my
Such a
God.
good bit. I don't know if it was a bit, but it was really good. if that, whoever you are,
when
if
you
that was
fuck
real, it's
someone
rad.
you hate and you don't even get to come, there's nothing for women. I mean, I guess for men too, but you guys always come pretty much.
No.
Well, not. All right.
Yes, yeah, of
but your
course, yeah.
batting average.
No,
is
we've
pretty
always
fucking
come.
good.
Yeah, we've always come. Like
So-
most women will. Some women have to, not have to, but some women will fake.
Right.
I don't know a man that's faked. Have you faked? Never faked.
Right.
That's not a thing.
When we almost come and then we don't get, I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in this. I get so angry. I get so mad. Like
When you don't get to come and you were right there.
There was. Oh my God, I have a daughter.
Dude, she's gonna hear.
Okay, so there was this one time when Andy and I were messing around, and I had a vibrator, and the vibrator broke, and that threw me off, and then
How did it break?
it ran out of batteries.
Batteries. Okay, say that because I was like, you broke it.
No. Sorry,
like,
I didn't
just bashing it.
Snap it out.
Yeah.
No, so it ran out of batteries, and then he was being a good sport. He was like, okay, we can get through this. Let's do this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I was like, I got pissed off because I was really like enjoying that, and then that broke, and then I was like, I couldn't, and I just lost it, and I fucking threw the vibrator against the wall, and it fucking broke. It broke.
Now it broke.
Now
bro.
it broke.
Right.
And I was like, God fucking damn. And I was like, oh, I forgot you were here. Like I got so mad. He was like, no, it feels like you were alone doing this. And
Yeah.
I just sort of got in the way.
But you're like, sometimes I am alone when you're with me.
Yeah.
Sometimes
well,
I'm trying to
you're
get
married.
somewhere. Yeah, exactly, dude.
What do
We
you
don't
want?
always. We're not always there.
It's not the Notebook every fucking day.
right.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes it's.
Sometimes you're both just trying to get off.
Yeah.
To make it to Wednesday.
And I need you. You're here.
Yeah.
Come. Fast, please. Get here
Yeah.
now.
That's the beauty of married life.
Are you guys hooking up between the nap times? Is this nap time hookup?
No, this was, I think she was asleep. Yeah, she was asleep. And she was like a newborn. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
what's the
she's like
difference?
in
She
the
could have
other-
watched.
Yeah, she could have watched.
Let her cuck you. Our new baby cuck.
No.
Play School presents our new baby
no,
cuck.
no. I'm gonna have to do.
Mama! She just has like a
I'm
video
gonna do
camera.
interviews for preschools in like 2 years.
Imagine.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, it's gonna pay the bills. But yeah, it is. I do think that's the beauty of married life is that you kind of you're like alone together.
You're alone together.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So a lot of times you're connecting. A lot of times it's really fluid and fun, and you're like, man, I really like this fucking human. This is rad.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times the polar opposite.
Yeah.
When you're like, fuck you, don't want to see you, don't like being around you right now. I can't avoid you.
You're like, if you could actually go back on your phone, that would be fantastic.
That makes things a little bit better for me.
Yeah.
If you don't even look at me in the face. That's like, it's so funny. It's like everyone's experience. And yet for years, people didn't want to say it as if that was a reality. People were like, come on. No, everything is, if it's like that for you, you're crazy.
There's still people like that. There
Yeah,
are
that's a
still,
lie.
and I truly hope their car flips over. I just like people that pretend that it's all perfect and that it's supposed to be, and that I'm like, what in what fucking world?
I just don't buy it because, okay, or how about this? I'll just play devil's advocate then. Maybe it is like that for them, but then the love when it is heavy is not as strong as when it is, right? Because when you're like annoyed with someone because you love them and because you're with them all the time, the way you love on the other side of it when it's positive has to be way stronger than theirs.
Yeah.
Theirs must be baseline.
The lower your lows are, the higher your highs are,
100%.
for sure.
And that's what we are. We're peakers, dude.
Yeah.
We're peakers. It's our nature. That's why you're a stand-up. That's why you're a brilliant writer. For those that don't know, you're
Let's
probably
not say
one of
things we can't take back.
Well, no, and it's true. And it's true. And also, I'll say this. Before I started the show, I should have said it, but I'll say it now. Rosie has a special out right now. It's on Netflix. You can watch it right now. It's out right now. So, in fact, if you want to stop the pod, jump over, come back. Do it. I don't fucking... It's fine. It's YouTube. It doesn't matter. But the special's called...
The Mother Lode.
The Mother Lode.
Yeah.
And it's double entendre for people that don't know.
Yeah.
You were a truck driver for the first 15 years of
That's
your
right.
adult life.
Yeah, and I was also part of the gold rush.
You were.
Yeah, I'm on my like 16th life or something.
God bless, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it all comes back around.
Yeah.
Mother Lode shot in.
In the cellar in New York, and
What a fucking
shot
dream.
shot half of it pregnant, half of it a year after having the baby. Mostly, it's gonna sound like a concept, but honestly, I wasn't really ready to shoot the first half.
Ah,
And I was talking to Ryan Hamilton, who's
Love
a great
Ryan
fucking
Hamilton.
comic.
one of the best.
Yeah, and I was like, I gotta get this on film. I gotta get this on tape because I'm gonna have a kid. You know what I mean? So I gotta get this on tape. But I don't fully know if it's ready. And I know that like comics are just throwing shit at the wall right
Doesn't
now, but
matter
it's
anymore,
not how
yeah.
I wanna do it.
Right.
And so I was like, but I'm gonna put it on film and see what happens. And he was like, why don't you shoot half of it and then shoot the other half later?
Wow.
And I was like, oh, like after, I was like, yeah, that's actually great because I'm more curious about what happens after
Yeah.
than I am
Right now.
about yeah.
Dude, that's brilliant.
I mean-
Did you thank him in the special thanks in the credits?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, imagine if
I've
you didn't.
shouted him out every fucking chance I can.
How funny would that be if you didn't? It'd be so fucking evil. If so, and like you do like a big interview and somebody's like, Rosie, where you're on Howard Stern. Where did you get this idea, this concept? And you're like, honestly, it just kind of came to me
yeah.
on my own. Yeah.
It's all special thanks, and then I'm like, and there's like a separate card that's just like, and if anybody else comes to mind, I'll let you guys know.
That's rad. I would love that. No, Hamilton's the fucking man.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, and that's so great.
Yeah.
And to do it, you did it in McDougal, yeah?
Yeah, I did it. No, I did
No, you
it
did
at the VU.
At the VU.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was
did
gonna
both
say
at the VU.
McDougal's tiny.
Yeah.
But you could do it, right? I mean, people have done
Yeah, I mean it's just I mean I would look taller, which would have been nice,
God
but
bless.
I just wanted to to have that feeling of like I like a bigger room,
Yeah.
you know? But the VU is I think like a nice kind of in between.
It's
you know?
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, numbers wise, it's really, really good. McDougal's great. I love it because it's tiny and
That's
it's
my
almost like
favorite.
we're a little dirty together. And
Yeah.
it's like it's somebody's, it's like you telling
It's got a prohibition vibe.
it's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not supposed to be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. VU feels more like a comedy club.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, no, everybody knows it's okay to be here.
It's got a little bit of a road room feel to it too.
100%.
You
Yeah.
know?
Especially when the band kicks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's times where I'll be up there and I'm like, it's full band, just
Yeah.
right next to me, full band, and I feel bad for the band because I'm like, if I'm not doing great, and I'm like, fuck, dude, do you guys
Yeah.
want to go smoke or like get the fuck out of here?
You could take a
I
walk.
feel bad because that's like I don't care if the crowd is like, yeah, some of the stuff if it did okay that night, if they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was all right, whatever, but like another performer has to be near you watching you perform.
I know, especially if you want to try something.
Yeah, it fucks me up.
If you're trying something and somebody's just watching you go, that was a choice.
yeah, it's so fucked.
You know what I mean?
Yes, and they do make those faces where they go,
Yeah, they do.
yeah, dude.
And sometimes I'll look and I'll be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
You know what I
fuck
mean?
you,
I'm
yeah.
like, fuck you, Red. Like,
yeah.
be
But-
nice.
But also, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I do a joke that's like okay, and then they're like, I was like, yeah, right, I know, I know,
Yeah.
I fucking know.
I'm taking the feedback.
Yeah, you don't have to fucking. No,
But it is so nice when you get to that point at the cellar to like, when you're comfortable enough to try
Oh, yeah.
shit. Because there's so many people. I mean, a lot of people have gotten past, and I think that's great
Yeah.
because it's good to like get new blood. But there is like that period of time after you get past where it's like you're just doing you're playing the hits because you just want to stay at the club, and
Right.
you know what I mean. And you have
100%.
to. But I really enjoy it when I see a comic go up and try something
Yes.
because it's like, thank you. Like, what the fuck are we doing this for?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's never gonna grow.
Yeah.
That's the only other thing I will say about the store having a little bit of leg up on that is the store kind of promotes a lot of that internally. A lot of people are always trying a lot of shit
Yeah.
in the original room, like always, all the time.
Right.
And I think it's just a cultural thing.
Right.
Like the pressure of the cellar is crazy.
I think it happened, honestly. I mean, I don't know because I haven't been there this long, but I have a theory, which
Yeah.
is that, you know, when on Louis, like you saw it every week on TV.
Yeah.
And that gives it a kind of like mystique that a regular comedy club doesn't necessarily have.
Totally.
Which you could say that about the store too, though,
Well,
because
the store
there's
had
been
it a
so
long
many,
time
like,
ago.
documentaries and shit about
Yeah.
it, even recently, though.
Yeah, but I mean, but the store's heyday of like relevance and insert Like
Yeah.
inserting himself in a culture was really like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams. These guys like that you saw film there and do stuff.
Yeah.
It like immortalized the main room and that red big red light. It
Yeah.
did something.
Yeah.
It's just different now. Times are fucking.
It is. It's odd because it's fun. You're like one of the comics that I talk to about comedy in a really dorky way.
Yeah, nerd shit.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But I miss this a lot.
I know, me too.
Because it feels like it doesn't happen as much.
Well, everyone now is a grown up. Like everyone's grown up. Everyone's like got married or they're divorced or they moved or they're on the run. You know.
Yeah.
We have a few friends that are on the run.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get you, boys.
Yeah.
They are gonna get you, boys. You're in some trouble, dude. You can't kill people and get away with it.
Yeah, no, you can't. It's not okay.
You wish you could, but you can't.
And we're coming for you.
First person that you would kill if you could, if it was okay. Like what is
Oh,
that?
shit, that's
What's
a
the
good
movie where you
question.
can kill someone and get away with it? What day is that? You know, it's like the movie where like, oh, The Purge. Yeah, who on your
Oh,
purge day?
fuck.
Who's the one person you could kill if you could? I know you've thought about this, Rosie. There's no doubt in my mind you've been in the shower going,
Oh,
"Fucking
100%.
kill that person right
No,
now.
I mean,
if
but
could."
you're asking, you're sort of like Billy on the streeting me right now.
I
Sort
know.
of like name a woman.
Here,
There's a long list. You know what I mean?
isn't that crazy that he's so good at stumping people when you know they know what they want to say, but they can't.
But like because I have an answer to this, but you just asked me out of
know.
the blue, and I suddenly don't have an
How
answer.
about this? Name a woman.
Me.
That doesn't count. Name
Oprah
someone else.
Winfrey.
Okay, good. There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that amazing that works somehow?
Yeah.
Name an Asian person. Go. A famous Asian person.
Bobby. Bobby Lee.
Not Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee.
You
can't
be-
just say no.
famous. I said famous.
Bobby Lee's famous.
Nope. No, thank you.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
Name a famous person, Asian person, not Bobby Lee. Go. Come
Ronnie
on.
Chang.
That's great. Now Ronnie Chang is famous. We like Ronnie Chang.
Yeah.
Bobby Boo, Ronnie Yang. Ronnie Chang is the man.
Right.
Okay, so if you could kill one person,
Okay.
and you're gonna get away with it,
Past or present.
got to be right now, because I gotta know. I gotta know that I could see it happen. And you'd come over to my house and we'd talk about it, but the cops can't get you.
Okay.
It's gonna be okay too.
This is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the guy that what's his name? That just got.
Who? He'll look it up. He's already on Google. Fingers.
And I could be. Listen, I haven't read enough about him, but from what I've read, whoever just got Secretary of Treasury,
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
he's got to go.
I'm too stupid to
It's
know
going
who
to
that
be
is.
real bad. Unless you're a scam artist. If you're a scam artist, it's going to be a great 4 years for you. You're about to make a shit ton of money off a lot of real.
Scott Bessent.
Yes, yeah.
What is Scott Bessent? I don't know anything. Why do I don't even know?
He's got to
He's
go.
ex-hedge fund manager, confirmed as his treasury secretary.
Yeah.
Ex-hedge fund guy. You're gonna love this guy.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing the tariffs and all that shit.
Oh.
And he's playing with fucking house money, and it's gonna be bad.
Wouldn't that be
It's
fun to
gonna
be Scott? What's his
bad.
name? Scott what?
Scott Bessent. Bessent.
Scott Bessent.
Yeah.
I want to be him
And
when
listen,
I grow up.
If you got a shit ton of money, if you're watching this and you're just rolling in it, you know,
Yeah, God bless.
fucking take me out.
Go off, dude.
But-
Somebody kill her. I'm dead serious. Somebody kill her.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, but I think he's one of those where I'm like, it's gonna be bad. You know, he's got to go soon.
He's gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do have a gun there in the studio.
Oh, is that real?
Yeah, I wish.
That does not look real.
No, it's a faker.
Okay,
We
yeah.
wish
I was
it
like,
was.
I've shot guns before.
We can't have any real guns in the studio. Bobby gets all scared. He gets all weird about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Too many suicidal people around.
Yeah, too many people here that would
He's
kill
never
themselves.
done a fucking. You guys have never done like a shooting range together,
No, I have a joke about it in my new hour that we got offered to go to a shooting range.
and he wouldn't do it.
Absolutely not. He was so
Why?
scared. I won't step on the joke, but because it's a real story. But he says, well, we talked about it in that
I
one
bet you
episode,
it's because
too.
he's like scared of kickback. I bet it's because he doesn't want to hurt his shoulder.
What a pussy.
Yeah.
No, he's afraid. He thinks that.
He didn't grow up around it.
Yeah, but he thinks
just
that someone
Yeah.
will get killed even if everyone's being safe.
Yeah.
Which I
It's a
totally understand.
possibility.
I know what he means by that. Of like,
Yeah. I almost killed Andy.
ooh,
We
so
were shooting.
close.
We were fucking. Yeah, it was pretty close.
Where'd you guys go?
We went. We were visiting my dad, and whenever we go visit my dad, we go shooting.
Your dad's a big hunter.
Yeah.
Shotguns?
Shotguns.
12 gauge, 20 gauge? You don't know.
I think he's got a 12 gauge,
Okay.
at least for skeet shooting.
Is it over under or side by side? Are the barrels on top of each other or are they next to each other?
I think it's on top.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Because I remember looking through, but I'm trying to remember if it's, it was on, But there's a video of me basically doing this with my dad, and I hadn't shot since I was like 10 years old.
Whoa.
And I was like, because I used to do it at camp. We would go to Christian summer camp, and
Hell
we would
yeah.
fucking ride horses and
Rock
shoot
and
guns
roll, dude.
and go to church. And I hadn't shot a gun in so long. I'm like holding it. My stance is fucked. I'm not a good shot. But I forgot how fucking hard that kickback is. And I went, oh, fuck. And I just swung the gun this way. And you just see my dad go, no. And Andy go, wow. He's filming it, but he's like ducking. At the same time, those things are fucking heavy. They're crazy heavy. And you've got your finger on it still. You know, it's like my finger's still on the trigger. You like forget the second that you're done shooting.
Oh, yeah. We went to me and the guy that
weapon.
was opening for me. We went to when we were in Canada. We were in Alberta, and we were shooting guns. We were shooting all sorts of fun stuff. And there was one point where I was just like, bang, 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 bang. And then I realized I'm like, oh my god, he's
not a toy.
Yeah, he's like 3 feet away from me.
Yeah.
He's like staring over my shoulder. I was like, this isn't fucking. How easy it'd be for me to be like, bro, you know, check this out, and just shoot him.
I cannot believe that anybody who is really into shooting doesn't at least think of it a little bit like a toy.
It's a toy. It does become a toy. You
Because
forget that it's a thing.
You forget that it is
100%.
a
I also
fucking
have a little
weapon.
panic moment of when we went to whenever I go to like a public range of any kind, you don't know any of these people. It would take nothing for some lunatic to be like, okay, and then shoot down the line.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. Every time I'm like, I don't know any of these guys. I don't know any of their intentions. I don't know if they're crazy or if they're like, fuck them, who cares? What if he's having a bad day and he's like, you know what? I don't care, fuck it.
Yeah.
That scares me
What
a
if
little
he
bit
has a
too.
fucking seizure?
You
know what I'm saying?
Start shooting everybody. Yeah, dude.
It's like,
Very
you don't
likely.
know.
No, I know. That's why public shooting ranges gives me a little bit of the.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. I get weirded out by it because I don't.
It's fucking freaky.
Because can you trust anybody?
No.
But we do all the
I
time.
don't even trust myself.
I know, but we do so much. You trust everybody all the time. When you get into an Uber, you just like trust this stranger that he won't kill you.
No.
We can't, but we need to.
I don't.
We need to.
I really don't. I don't think that
You think
walk
about death
around-
every time you're in an Uber.
I think about death every day, several times
All
a day.
day long?
Yeah, I really do.
How do you think you go?
I'm always like, I'm probably gonna like walk in front of a bus
Oh,
by
on
accident,
purpose? Oh, yeah.
looking at
okay.
my phone like an asshole.
Right.
You
You're
know
going to
what I
die like an asshole.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna die like an asshole.
Like one of those ways where you're like, you know, Rosie could have prevented it. And everyone's like, what the fuck? What, she was doing what? And then they have to lie.
Yeah.
You know when they have to lie about someone's death and they go, oh, yeah, it was a crazy fatal accident.
Yeah.
And someone's like, what happened? And they're like, I think it was just a crazy accident. I
Yeah,
think.
she didn't wash her hands enough. It's gonna be something fucking embarrassing, you know?
Yeah.
I think like ultimately I would like for people to not dress it up.
Yeah.
You know? If
Yeah.
I did something where it's like, oh, you fucking moron, I'd like that to be addressed.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Where you did something real foolish.
Yeah.
You know what bothers me? I saw an article this morning about someone that died, an athlete, a pitcher, a famous pitcher. And they always run the publications that have like any sort of fucking like heart will just be like, he died unexpectedly this morning in his home. And then right underneath that will be like page 6 or one of these fucking things that's like drug overdose, house littered with paraphernalia. You're like, all right, dude, you don't need to fucking shit on him. He just died.
Yeah.
But they always want to like expose you for being like, and guess what? He was jerking off to gay porn, needles everywhere. You're like, all right, dude, just say he died. just say he
Give it a
died.
day.
Give it a little bit. That bothers me now because
Yeah.
people need to know how'd he die. Like you
Yeah.
have to know.
I know.
Used to just be like he passed away
Yeah.
unexpectedly. It was pretty awful.
People go,
Shit,
know.
man. Sorry, dude.
good run.
Good run, man.
Yeah.
Now we're like, let me see a photo of it.
Yeah, I know.
What does it look like?
There is something about that that's like, I think like we're just so fucking, it's like, give me more.
Yeah, I
Like,
wanna
it's-
know.
It's like, why are we getting fucking dopamine hits from obituaries?
Because this thing made us want to know more than we should know.
Yeah.
We have
Because
access to every
We
information
have too much
ever.
access. So we need to know
and yet
more than we
know
should know.
less than we have ever known. Like,
I know,
The
that is
irony.
fucked.
We know nothing.
And we're not growing knowledge-wise, right? We're going backwards for sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think what we know. I think what's interesting, like our generation versus our parents, would be we know more about. I think we know more about present culture. Like we would know more about everything in our present culture more so than in our history. Where like my dad, I can ask him anything about what's going on now. He's pretty fucking lost.
Yeah.
But if I'm historical, if I ask him questions, ask my dad a question about World War II, he'll sit you down for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And be like, and he knows everything. And I think our
love that
generation,
shit.
but I think we don't know that as much.
Yeah.
I think our generation doesn't know history as much.
No.
His generation, he's
I
in
can
his 20s.
barely tell you about the NSYNC years.
Those are the good years too,
Yeah.
dude. That was when America was great. I will say.
It was pretty good.
NSYNC was
It
fucking
was pretty fucking good.
make America NSYNC again.
Dude, I was
Make us
watching the
in sync again.
Deadpool like Wolverine movie.
I never watched it. Should I watch it?
If you want. I just being straightforward. Here's what I didn't like
Yeah.
about it, okay? There's always in Deadpool there's a lot of like nods to camera, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? This was like we're getting really inside. You know what I mean? They're talking about how Disney got sold or like how Fox got sold to Disney and like and I'm like, who is this for? You know what I mean?
The writers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just kind of hear the writers' room
Right.
talking about like
The politics of the business.
you know, there's like a jerk off joke, and he's like, "That's not new to me, but it is to Disney," you know, and it's like,
what?
stop it, you know, it's a little too industry inside.
That's
me.
how they know they've gone too far in the superhero world. Is now the superhero worlds. I feel like a lot of them are mocking themselves or they're joking about another superhero world.
Right.
And when I see that, I'm like, that's so fucking
I
weird.
think that's always been part of the Deadpool thing.
That's for them, yes.
But this just got like too inside Hollywood for me and like inside baseball for me. And I feel like I get a lot of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I get the jokes.
That's
and
bad.
And it's not really working for me.
It
when
should
I'm
go
watching.
over my head a little bit.
Yeah.
It should be more like fantasy. It should be like, I want to hear a made up, make it up. Make it more fantastical.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally like a matter of taste. But for me, I was like, that's.
Do you remember as a kid, like watching a movie and laughing at a joke and then learning what the joke actually was when you got older? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where you like see, that made me think of like in film when I was a kid. I remember like seeing something, laughing, having no fucking idea why I laughed, but like because the comic cue of it,
Yeah.
like you understood that that's where it was funny, but I just
Yes.
didn't get it.
Yeah,
Like, that happened
I know
to me
an
all the
exact
fucking
joke.
What is it?
It was a Rodney Dangerfield joke.
Yeah.
He'd be like, he was like, I know I don't look like it, but I do pretty well with the ladies. And then he'd go, I'm a rapist. And
Oh God.
and I would watch that, and I would laugh instinctually at that joke.
Because the beat is right. The
But
rhythm
because
is
the rhythm is so perfect.
exactly.
But then you get it, and you're like, oh my
God.
it's so much funnier.
It's funnier now that I'm grown.
Yeah.
It is funny.
It is.
Because you just knew the rhythm was exactly where it's supposed to be.
And it's just like perfect, like punchline brevity.
Right.
It's like 3 fucking words. You're like, oh my God, there's no fat on it. It's just a
No.
perfect joke.
That is fucking brilliant. What was that from? Was that
I don't
just
know.
a spot that he did? It was
I
just
don't
a
even
set that he
fucking
did?
know. I honestly can't remember.
God, that's really good. He'll look
It's
it up.
so
He'll find
good.
out the depths of it.
It's so good.
What is it?
I mean, a lot of his stuff is just one-liner stuff, even his
I
specials.
know, but if it
are
was
all-
put in anything, yeah, it might have been in a special.
It appears to be in No Respect.
No respect?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the OG.
Yeah, that sounds right.
God, that's fascinating though.
Yeah.
Right? Because it happens to me a lot. In film now, I realize I'm so grown that nothing is going to miss me usually.
Yeah.
And I miss it when I was young and it like caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Where I was like, what did that's fucking... And my dad
Right.
would hear something and be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't need to fucking...
Yeah.
Listen away.
It's got that feeling of like, oh, this is bad. I shouldn't be listening to this. This is bad.
Right, it's naughty.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that in film at all. Like, I don't have that anymore. Every time I go see something now, I feel like it's...
I get it from I don't really get it from comedy as much anymore because
No.
it's more like
When's the last
just
time
like,
you saw a comedy?
fuck, I don't know. I really genuinely don't know.
No, I actually don't know. I was asking for real, not even like a rhetorical. The last comedy film I saw in the theater was...
I think the closest mine would be is Barbarian, but that was a horror.
But a
But
comedy
it was
horror.
so fucking funny.
But a strict horror. I mean, a strict comedy.
Yeah, I don't.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Here to tell you about Indochino. Hey, looks aren't everything, but yeah, they kind of are a lot of the things. You know, it can impact the way people feel about you. Your first impression means a lot. You want to look sharp. You want to look smooth. You know, and Indochino is here to customize every detail of your measurements and personal taste, including fabric, lapel shape, buttons, and more, all at a fraction of what other companies are charging. Indochino hooked it up for me and made me look like a sweet, sweet man. I was on my Steve Harvey, dude. Created myself a cool little beautiful suit. A little tri-button, if you will. The look and feel is incredible. The quality is remarkable. And this is the perfect look from weddings to productive days, the office, whether you dress up just for your work or on a big night out. You got a big date, huh? You taking someone over to Cheesecake Factory? Get yourself some Indochino to impress your date, fellas. You can get a perfect fit with their showroom experience. Visit a showroom and work one-on-one with an expert style guide to precisely measure and explore every customization for the perfect one-of-a-kind suit. One-of-a-kind suits are cool, okay? You don't need a billion of them, but you do need one. You gotta have at least one. And Indochino works with fabrics from some of the best mills in the world, so you can get European fabrics at an incredible price. It feels good. It looks good. I look actually good in it. I'm pretty shocked. And if I can look good in an Indochino suit, you can look good in an Indochino suit, okay? Looks aren't everything, but everything can change with the perfect suit from Indochino. Visit Indochino.com and use the code WHISKEY to get 20% off any purchase of $4.99 or more. That's 20% off at INDOCHINO.com, Indochino.com. Promo code, you know it, it's whiskey. This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by NordVPN. Nord is easy to use. You can connect with one click or enable auto connect for 0-click protection. I've been talking about VPNs for a long time because I love them when I'm on the road and I want to watch stuff and I want to have access to all the things that I want when I'm not in my home. Then I use it. It's fantastic. They have over 7,100 servers in 118 countries, so you can change your virtual location so easily. One NordVPN account can be used on 10 devices. Come on, do you got 10 devices? And supports every major platform: Windows, Android, iOS, macOS, Linux, even Android TV. Pretty incredible. Protect your private data like bank details, passwords, and online identity, which is huge because, you know, those cyber criminals are out and about. And NordVPN threat protection feature protects you from viruses, malicious malware, and phishing sites. Fish, like Fish, the band, PH, phishing sites. Premium cybersecurity for the price of a cup of coffee per month. Very simple, friends. You got to get it. If you're someone who travels like me, or you just want more privacy and protection, why are you not using a VPN? What are you doing, To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/whiskey. That is Nord, NORDVPN.com/whiskey for 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is also in the podcast episode description box below. That is nordvpn.com/whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
I mean, I don't know.
Doesn't that feel weird? We work in comedy. You literally write a comedy show.
Yeah.
And
So I'm like, why would I want to?
Why would I
do
want to go
that?
see that? I know, but we used to do it all the time. So have we lost that thing, that like love for the...
No.
It's not there.
You
right?
just, it's work.
It's
so it's like,
work.
why would I go home from work to work?
To work. See, that's how I feel oftentimes when someone's like, have you seen this special? Did you see this person's special? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking about my work. We're selfish. So it's hard to like then see someone else's work.
And I don't want to really be that influenced by it.
No,
you know
that's
what I
the
mean?
scariest part.
I don't really want to I want to focus on my shit.
Right.
And then, you know.
It's less about jealousy. I think people think it's like, sometimes when you see someone live, you go, oh, I wish I wrote that joke because
Yes.
I like that concept so much.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's, I don't want that to tickle my brain. So, like, say, like, I see someone that I really like
Yeah.
at the cellar or something, at the store or whatever, and they're killing. And I like something that they have, a concept so much that, like, I don't want it to lay an egg in my head.
Yeah.
That
It'll
I think-
trickle in.
I
and
hate
then
that.
later, like, you say it, but you're like, did I get it from someone? You know what I mean?
Or you
like,
say, even a concept where you're like, there's a piece of that I already had a joke about, but then you'll dig deeper into it, and then I'll start to go, yeah, but isn't that like that thing that they kind of?
yeah.
And then I get super anxious. I'm like, throw it away.
I know. Well, that's the beauty of, I think, doing stand up for a while is you're like, nothing's really that fucking sacred.
Nothing.
If
It's all bullshit.
I've seen jokes that I'm like, I'll look at a joke and be like, I have that joke. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
100%.
I don't think they fucking stole it.
No, they just no.
It's just not that good of a joke.
Nothing is that good,
Yeah.
right? Like nothing. Even someone who writes like a perfect like that Dangerfield joke, like it's not like he's the only guy that could have wrote that joke.
Right.
That's
He's the only one who could have written it like that, though.
correct,
You know?
100%. But someone else could have done something in the same vein.
Exactly, yeah.
But at some point, yeah, that's why I think what's happening new with stand up now of like people just throwing stuff up, like you said. I'm jealous because I don't do it really ever. I mean, I don't post much stand up, but
I think that's great.
I guess I don't know. I think I should a little bit more, but also you realize there's no consequence, so people just do it because you're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't, but I think it matters in the sense, it doesn't matter in an external sense, but I
No.
think it does matter when it comes down to it because, like, there is something really fucking special about putting out an hour.
I think so still.
Like,
yeah.
it's been, my last hour that I did was in 2020.
I was just about to say, you did pandemic, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
And I was like, I remember like 2 years later being like, I mean, I have an hour, but it's not worth putting out.
You
It's
don't like
not-
it, yeah.
it's not saying anything. And I
Right.
don't, I want to do something that says something, you know,
Right.
not to like make a point, but just something that I'm like, this speaks to a particular time. It's an hour. It has an arc. You know what I mean? That's to me important. And that's like what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's not how it should be done or anything like that, obviously.
Right. No.
But I think, I don't know. I just like, that's how I want to do
I
comedy.
think it's kind of also how maybe we were raised, or a little in the world of comedy we were raised in. That kind of was just like that
Put
was
an
just-
hour out every year, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's for Louis.
Yeah, that's just for Louis.
Yeah. Like,
In fact, only for Louis.
yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like, unless you have that much to say every fucking year,
yeah.
I mean, I hope you're like traveling the fucking globe.
Right.
What are you doing in a year?
I don't know how
Like,
people do that.
Yeah.
Well, when he did it, it was like very appropriate for some reason, because it's almost like he got to open up the piece of his brain and spill it all out, and then so much spilled out that they were like, "Well, I guess we could do that. We could just keep doing this until you run out."
Right.
And then time does tell that you can only do that so much. That's
Yeah.
not a knock on him at all. That's just it's an impossible thing to keep doing
Yeah.
in perpetuity. That's fucking crazy.
Right.
So I hope now, after this special, which is out right now and it's phenomenal, and please go watch the Mother Lode, please, and tell your fucking friends and keep it in the algorithm and comment and like it
Because
and do all the shit.
attention is money now.
That's all we need. We need your attention, please.
It really is, though.
But it is so sad that you put together this piece, you put it up on the internet. I know it's good because I know you, and you have to hope the internet does the internet thing.
I hope so.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, I put all this work into this. Well, I hope this digital fucking world does the
But
thing.
you know what? At the same time, like, I have never, and maybe you're similar, I've never, like, made anything that I really liked.
Oh my God, no! I've never liked that. Dude. I've
You
never liked
know?
anything.
Yeah.
No.
Like, but there is, like, that feeling of the day that you film something.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I liked that.
It's fun, yeah.
So, like, that's really why we do it. I
Yes.
think we lose that because we're so busy thinking about the internet and the algorithm or whatever. But that actually robs us of the thing that
Of course, yeah.
It's so fucking fun to do.
You just get that chunk of time that you make it, and then when it's done, it's done. But I
Yeah.
feel like that's the best comparative to like when somebody does. I just bought a piece of art from somebody, a guy that we know. Yeah. Supporting.
Let's give him a round
Thank
of
you.
applause.
His name is it's Picasso,
Mhm.
and thank you.
Mhm.
No, I bought a guy who's a comic who does great art, and I loved his shit, and I was like, yeah, I want to buy this piece of art, and he was like, oh, awesome, dude, like, cool, it's gonna be cool to let it go, and I thought, oh, that's got to be how it feels, because he's a comic too. I was like, that's got to be how it feels also.
Yeah.
That same feeling when you're painting. I can't paint for shit, but I imagine when you're done, you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But also you have to be like, okay, that's got to go. I can't think about it when it's gone.
Right.
Because if you do, you're gonna fucking be
You're gonna
bummed.
fuck it up.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck it
You're
up.
gonna look at it for too long and you're gonna fuck
Fuck it up. Just let it go and it's over and it is what it is. And people are gonna like it and people are not gonna like it and fuck it and who cares?
Yeah.
It's fine. It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of, yes, because like you Yeah, I've never liked anything. Anything I've ever done, ever, whether it's stand-up or comedy or film or television, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill me, murder me, spit on me, beat the shit
Yeah.
out of me.
Yeah.
Call me a bitch, loser, fuck you. Yeah. Yeah, murder me live.
It is just like a thing that while I'm making something, I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. And then finally, like the day that I make it and it's out, I'm like, I really fucking like this
I
thing.
like it a lot.
Yeah.
Give it a day.
And then, yeah, the next day I'm like, you know what? This fucking one
You
thing
fucking
is... Or
pig.
send me the first cut. And I'm like, this is shit. This sucks.
What
you know,
were
like...
you fucking thinking, dude?
I almost fucking dropped the whole, like... Because I did 2 hours. So I did the first hour, and then a year later I did the second hour. And I liked the second hour so much better that I was like, I don't want the first hour. I don't want to use that anymore.
Wow.
And so I, like, went back and forth with the editor... Kelly Lyons. She's a fucking amazing editor.
Shout out to Kelly Lyons.
Yeah. And she sent me a cut of just the second hour, and then she sent me a combined cut, and I was like, "Bitch, you really killed this."
So
like,
she's a shit.
She's really fucking.
She
good.
tricked you into loving your own shit.
Yeah.
Which is so funny.
Which actually just says how good she is.
Correct.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's because they're able to find the thing that we couldn't see anyway.
Right.
Because you're looking at it too close, man.
Right.
Yeah. It's like magic eye.
No, I don't think a comic should ever be anywhere near their special in the edit,
I know.
at least until like a second pass.
Don't let Neil Brennan hear you say that. He'd be like, "What?"
I don't think.
He edited like close to here
Mhm.
at a studio that we know, and I know him, dude. He was wild to watch him. Because I was going up there to watch him put his together.
Yeah.
And he's so meticulous. And I know it's just a personality thing.
Yeah.
But I'm so different that like it gave me anxiety to be near editors when I was editing stuff.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, just whatever you want, man. Like I would just get so nervous.
Yeah.
And he's like, you've left the room like 10 times. Like I got to go eat or something.
Yeah.
Just because I also hate the way I look. And
Right.
you're like, well, that guy, I want to fucking kill that guy.
No, I'm like, if you pick an editor who's really good at their job,
Let 'em
that's
do it.
that be meticulous about that.
Sure.
But then let them fucking do their job.
All right. Well, maybe I'll hit up Kelly Lyons.
Yeah.
Kelly Lyons.
Kelly Lyon.
Kelly Lyon.
Lyon. Yeah.
I might hit you up, Kelly. Imagine she's like listening to this eating and she's like, please don't.
She's fucking awesome. No, she's great. She's fucking great. Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm pushing my audience very hard to go watch this because of all the people, and I do mean this a lot because you know how much I love you.
I do.
You deserve it. You deserve
Thank
it.
you.
Everything and anything you've ever accomplished and achieved. And I don't know if we're allowed to say SNL on here, but as a writer, as a writer of SNL, what a dream.
Yeah.
What a great dream.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, you did
Yeah.
you did the thing.
You know,
You know how hard that is to do the thing? There's almost nobody gets to do it. Remember that sometimes.
I do.
No one gets to do it.
Believe me, I go in there every day and I go, this is a great job.
It
You have a
is.
fucking great job. And I know you want to kill yourself, but it's okay.
Yeah, I
You're gonna
never
make
got
it
why
through
those
this.
writers' rooms were so high up. I was
It-
like, put it lower.
It makes sense. It also makes sense why the windows don't open all the way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
I know is true.
Yeah,
they put the
yes.
restrictor on them. You're
Yes.
like, interesting.
Although I will say I'm having a much better time writing for Update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's more your speed.
I spent 3 years in the sketch. I don't fucking know how to write a fucking sketch.
Yeah, you do.
It doesn't make sense to me.
You do.
I can't write it for SNL. Like I
Sure.
can write a sketch, but not for SNL. I don't know why. I just never got it. You know?
Well, it's kind of like I was never good at multicam. I tried it a few times. I had directors being like, "You're so funny, come do," and I would try multicam and I would bomb. And then I'd go on single cam and I was like, "This is so much easier to do single camera acting."
Yeah.
Multi-camera acting was so hard for me. And people,
It's so much bigger, right?
It's just
I
it's
would
just
assume.
it's super it's the irony is it's timing based, but they're like, you have great timing, but I didn't like their rhythm of it. It's very like
Broad.
Yeah, but yeah, the rhythm is it's very like keyed into the way it's written. So
Yeah.
it's written so rhythmically.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't get to pick your own rhythm. When you do single camera stuff, you're choosing the rhythm of your character's delivery. This is like, hey man, it's got to be this.
Well, I think
because-
why you're such a good actor is that you're really you are really grounded. You don't see you like sweating.
trying for
Yeah.
it. Well, it's also because I'm not even there. I'm pretty lost when I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
No, I think spiritually you're like sort of out of your body, and it's maybe deeply sad.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah, dude. I'm just like trying to. I'm floating through it, be like, just be free, man.
yeah, you know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
what kind of cocktail of meds is gonna get me down here? But you know, it's part of what makes you great at acting is that you're really
I'm all right.
you're very easy.
I just that's why I found it I was good at that. Like in the way that you are so comfortable at Update. It's like, well, that's your voice. It's like obviously your voice. You know, it's like you find what's more that fits the rhythm of what you do. And I think as we get older too, we stop pretending that we could do the other thing. Whatever it is. Like I've realized more and more to be like, well, I don't want to do any of that shit. I'm not good at that fucking. And people are like, you'll be great at that. And you're like, you don't fucking know, dude.
Right.
Yeah, you don't get that that's not what I do.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not like it's I was just talking to someone about doing couch when you do late night and all that stuff, and it's like it's anxiety driven for me.
Oh yeah.
I stay away from it. I've never
Yeah.
done it.
I can't do panel shit.
Creeps me the fuck out.
Panel shit makes me so uncomfortable.
I can't do it. It's the same thing. The
It
rhythm
feels
is weird.
so needy to me. Like, I know that people who do it well, like it doesn't feel like that.
I know.
But when I'm up there, I'm like, please, like it just sucks.
Let me get
I'm
my
like,
joke
I
in."
suck. Yeah.
And they're like at commercial, they're like, Rosie, if you could because you're yelling when you stand, you're like screaming at the.
They're like, you seem like you're at a baby shower. Sort of an uncomfortable anxiety swirling around
I
you.
feel that way every time I do that. So now we
Yeah.
found what we do the best.
Yeah.
And this is an easy transition into truth. And what you do the best is comedy. And go watch Mother Lode right now on Netflix. I love you. We end the
love
show
you.
the same way. You look into that camera and you say one word or one phrase to end the episode. Make it count because this is it forever. One word or a phrase that really means something to you.
What about if I just said the first thing that came into my head?
That's what I want you. Go.
duck farts. That's
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.